So, is charcoal really the best medium for art? Let's find out. All charcoal is strongly heated wood in minimum oxygen to remove all the water. It's pretty basic and it's pretty awesome actually. Within fine arts, charcoal is a dry medium known for its bold mark making. There's compressed charcoal, there is charcoal pencils, there is vine and willow charcoal sticks, and even charcoal powder. We're gonna use all types of charcoal today and talk about its attributes, whether I like it or dislike it. Spoiler, I love charcoal, but it's more than just about loving it, I respect it. This is the first video in a series I'm calling The Best Medium. So subscribe to stay tuned if you want to see all the other deep dives into all of the other art mediums I will be doing. Again, I personally love charcoal, but that being said, I think it's super challenging. I think it's a very traditional medium in the sense that it was used in cave paintings 28,000 years ago, but more in the sense that it's cheap, highly accessible, and very much used throughout the years. Charcoal sadly isn't super archival, meaning it's not a very long-lasting material on its own. You have to use fixatives or gum baths in the olden days to secure the marks the charcoal made. And for that reason, charcoal has been used mostly in the form of sketching or preliminary studies for paintings and other projects in general like that. There's of course no right way to use any kind of medium. I'm just sort of giving you some historical context. You know, I finished this skull painting a little while ago, so I thought it'd be fitting to just start this first charcoal drawing off with just a nice little skull sketch. I think it came out pretty cool. You know, this is one of the downfalls of charcoal is that it's pretty messy, but that's maybe the only one. Charcoal has so much depth. It's soft and it's bold, and it takes honestly a good amount of time to get used to and to be able to control it. Not that I have completely figured it out at all, but you can really be both ends of the spectrum, gentle with subtle value changes, but also be super contrasty, bold. It's super easy to get dark really fast. I feel like sometimes it calls for that super punchy look, especially on this white paper. Charcoal is also what we predominantly use at my drawing sessions here in my studio. Studio Slew is my nonprofit art organization. If you didn't know, we host figure drawing classes bi-weekly. We also do workshops and demos, and there's a lot of awesome stuff planned. If you're interested in checking any of that out, go to studioslew.org. If you're in New York, come take a class. Pretty much the material I give everyone, because I have drawing materials for everyone. That's part of the public benefit as the nonprofit, is I supply all the materials, and charcoal is sort of the go-to material that I like to use. People who come to these classes can use any material they want. Of course, we do 1 to 15-minute poses from the live model, from the figure. So people don't usually paint because that's not enough time, but you know, charcoal is used a lot, colored pencils, ink, some watercolor, but again, I provide charcoal, and that's how I sort of learned from going to different institutions, different figure drawing sessions. Charcoal seems to be the most widely used medium within that sector. Also, Proco, again, recommended in one of his super old videos, Conte de Paris charcoal pencil. It has a very thick sort of core of charcoal, and you could get it really long and cut it down. It's my favorite utensil, and it just is so buttery and smooth on newsprint paper specifically, which I provide, and again, is sort of the standard for figure drawing is newsprint paper because it's cheap, it's thin, you're not keeping the hundreds and dozens of drawings you do every night. That way, you're not wasting really high quality paper, but there's something about the newsprint that just works absolutely beautiful. So I thought I'd give you a little demo. This is sort of my angle. The model stands right here. I have this drawing from last night, actually. We do Tuesday and Wednesday night figure drawing. This was a pose I didn't finish. This, I think, might have been maybe a 5-minute pose. I was just framing out the body. This is David. So this is the Conte de Paris charcoal pencil I was talking about. And when you kind of put it on its side, you can just get this beautiful, even, homogeneous gradient, which is great for filling in sort of these shadows that I so quickly and generically filled out for this figure. You just have so much versatility. And then of course, getting more detailed if I want to use it like a normal pencil. I mean, I kind of just sketch like this a lot, you know, if we want to make shapes and other things. I don't know, that's a bad example, but getting into more detail, you know, it's just such a beautiful pencil. It's quite high quality, I think. And I would also generally have kneaded eraser. So that's sort of what I rock. You know, you can see you can erase a little. Once you get to these darker marks, you have no hope of really erasing anything, but it's just great. I was really pumped about this drawing that I started, but clearly ran out of time. So I'm just kind of doing this from memory. I have no reference in front of me, of course, but let's see what we can do here in real time. I'm so bad at anatomy. I host all these classes, and it's funny, people sort of expect me to either teach or have super awesome drawings, and you know, the classes are super balanced. It's really split between beginners and more advanced you know, artists and people who take drawing seriously and whatnot. But you know, I think people are surprised with how rusty I am with my drawing practice, because it is not very good. So it's selfish for me to host these drawing classes to sort of have this ability to draw all the time. And I don't think anyone comes to a figure drawing session and has a bad time. So it's pretty great. But you can kind of see, hopefully, in this like very generic sort of not great demonstration right now, that you know, there's so much ability with this one pencil and charcoal, which I was trying to allude to, but maybe visualizing is better than just talking. If I want to do this hole in shadow, it's just, you know, that easy. Again, shout out to Proco. I've shouted Proco out in the last 2 videos, but that's because I learned so much. David had a beard, so I can kind of go like that. It's just great. So I just wanted to show that demo. Again, if you're interested in taking classes here, go to studioslu.org. It's a beautiful website where you could sign up for classes. It's made by Squarespace, actually the sponsor of today's video. When making a website for my nonprofit art school, I needed a really amazing platform that had the ability to have a scheduling platform built in. Squarespace has that. On top of that, they have the easiest user interface. They have 24-hour customer service and award-winning templates. So it is not only the most professional website builder website, it is the easiest and most streamlined drag and drop grid method. You have so much customizability. It's just really great. And also, if you're a business and you want to sell things, they have amazing third-party applications for all your e-commerce and business needs. So many tools to help optimize your business. It's really amazing. I'm so happy with my website, and I think it's really easy for people to get onto, and it's just everything I needed. So if you want to check it out, go to squarespace.com, and if you want to build a website and get a domain, go to squarespace.com/slew for 10% off. And contrary to sort of just sketching quickly with charcoal, I think it also is wonderful for long drawings. I don't do many long drawings with charcoal. I certainly have in the past, but some people are amazing at it, and the affect that charcoal can give just really, it's almost like painterly in its style, especially if you use these charcoal sticks, and I'm going to be using some of this charcoal powder and this pan pastel smudger. It's going to be great. So we're going to give Aragorn a shot, son of Arathorn, Strider, Lord of the Rings, Viggo Mortensen. This is a really great portrait, and we're just going to dive in. This is Bristol paper. We got it taped up to sort of give us a frame, compose the face on the page. Let's give it a shot. This is actually my favorite part because I just get to noodle around, and I don't think I'm close really with the head. I'm just noodling, and I can, you know, wipe this all away. It doesn't matter. We're gonna get way darker than this. I also can erase. I don't have an eraser with me. Oh yes, I do. You know, I could erase like this, and it's very easy. I haven't gone dark yet, but I'm just trying to find the general framework and compose the face. And it's just very fun. And like I could tell that these eyes, too high, same with the nose, too low, so I kind of got to go like this. So I'm gonna use this charcoal pencil now to just solidify a few of these lines. It's funny, he's sort of looking like Jesus right now. But this first stage is just like a puzzle and I really like it. I hope this is okay. So now we're gonna take this pan pastel and we are just going to fill in a whole bunch. You really do be looking like Jesus though. And charcoal, especially my process, you know, I'm not the best at charcoal ever, is I gotta really work it, and the working totally takes a while, but I love to use this pastel brush because I can make these kind of seemingly messy marks and then kind of smooth it out. And we're slowly just adding darker values, and then we will lighten it up with an eraser eventually. This is just the process we're going through now. I've switched to a seated position just for these more detailed places. I like to have it in my lap. It's kind of hard to draw like this. So now I can kind of go in like this. I will still use a maul stick if I need it, like so. And we're at a good place with value. We have a lot of value, more or less in the right places. So time to just keep filling in. And that's really it. Aragorn in charcoal, charcoal as a whole, a beautiful medium, simple medium, but hopefully throughout this video you kind of saw, you know, all of or many use cases. And I have a long way to go. Some people can use charcoal, like I said, like a master ninja, and it's just beautiful. And I'm happy with this Aragorn drawing. I think the nose is a fraction too big. I put low effort into the special necklace given to him. Anyways, it's just fun. You could just see how like dark it is. That's what I like, how contrasty and how moody this scene is. And I think the medium fits this illustration, this portrait. And it's just great. So definitely subscribe, stay tuned, because we're gonna do sort of videos like this on all of the mediums. I think watercolor will be next. But let me know what you think. Let me know how you feel about charcoal. Start a conversation in the comments. See you in the next video.